AlphaTauri is very famous as a sister team of Red Bull Racing, as both teams are under the ownership of Austrian energy drink giant Red Bull. But in terms of performance, they are at two different levels. Red Bull administration normally uses AlphaTauri to give exposure to their junior drivers of Formula 1 before promoting them to the senior Red Bull team. It was run as Toro Rosso F1 team since 2006, before rebranding as AlphaTauri with the aim of promoting Red Bull's clothing brand AlphaTauri. Even though AlphaTauri or Toro Rosso was not a top team like Red Bull, it was constantly among points as a successful midfield team. However, in the last seasons, a huge decline can be observed in the AlphaTauri team in terms of performance. Before we proceed, hit the subscribe button and smash the bell icon for more exciting updates. They were never competitive enough to fight for the title, but had a decent record in every season. Their best finish in the constructors' standings is 6th in 2008, 2019 and 2021. They are eyeing at 5th position in the standings according to team principal Franz Tost. However, their last season was a total disaster, finishing at 9th in the standings, even below Haas team as well. After this huge decline of the team, Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko talked about their second team in a disappointed manner and pointed out the possible changes that can be introduced to improve the performance of the AlphaTauri team. Marko said, "It's true that AlphaTauri's 9th place in the Constructors' Championship is not what we expect. That means there has to be an improvement. It is also true that the financial commitment at AlphaTauri is too high. This means that we also have to do something on the sponsor side, on the revenue side. In the course of this process, we also discussed the possibilities, but it was always very clear that AlphaTauri will remain in-house. That is an important part of our junior work." As mentioned, neither sporting performance nor financial performance meet Red Bull's standards, so we have to do something to change that, he added further. That means AlphaTauri team is most probably going to be shifted from its base in Faenza, Italy to somewhere in the United Kingdom. It is a better option as the Red Bull powertrains has also been established in the Red Bull base in Milton Keynes, and it will be easy to carry out the development process from a base in England by keeping close contact with the power unit manufacturing department of the mother company. In the season opener race in Bahrain, Yuki Tsunoda was 14th and the debutant Nick de Vries was 18th, and both were out of points. After a disastrous campaign in 2022, that was not the improvement expected by the Red Bull administration or AlphaTauri management. On the other hand, Red Bull was able to record a 1-2 finish at the same race by competing with a similar type of power unit. That means AlphaTauri engineers appeared to have failed again in designing their 2023 Challenger as well. There is a huge pressure on team principal Franz Tost from the Red Bull administration regarding the current status of the AlphaTauri team, and he has taken the dramatic step of saying that he doesn't trust his engineers after the race in Bahrain. Tost said, "Unfortunately, I think it's currently the performance level of the car, because we expected a much better car. We struggled in Bahrain. It looks a little bit different here. I hope that at least we are with one car in Q3 of qualifying, but we have to do a lot of things to make the car faster, especially on the aerodynamic side. There are different programs going on. The engineers are telling me that we will make some good progress, but I don't trust them anymore. I just want to see the lap time, because this is the only thing which counts." When Tost was questioned whether he is satisfied with the progress made by the AlphaTauri engineers, he criticized them openly as they fooled him by telling him the car was fantastic. "During the winter months, they told me the car is fantastic. We've made a big progress," he said. "Then we came to Bahrain and we are nowhere. What should I say?" He is someone with good experience related to the Formula 1 industry and working as the team principal of the AlphaTauri team since its establishment as Toro Rosso back in 2006. So, he knows very well about the weaknesses of a Formula 1 Challenger by its first look, and talked about the weakness of the current AlphaTauri package as well. Not enough downforce, therefore the car is unstable under braking, overheating the rear tyres, washing out at the apex, bad traction, everything that you need to do a good lap time. When Tost was asked whether the cost cap is an obstacle to their development process, he rejected the idea, telling that it never prevents the team from developing or changing the concept of the car. "The budget cap does not prevent us doing development work. This is included in our business plan, he explained. The question is now, do we go in the right direction? As I mentioned before, during the winter months, we saw that at least on the paper, on the computer, we made big progress in comparison to last year's car. But all these figures nowadays, as I mentioned before, I don't trust them anymore. I want to see now with the next steps that we go in the right direction, that we can improve the performance of the car, that we are able to do this. And this is a specialist work on the floor, brake ducts and all the other aerodynamic parts. I think now, with all the knowledge we have after Bahrain test and after the Bahrain race, the engineers should be in a position to sort it out and come up with new parts, which should improve the performance of the car, he added further. With the poor form of the AlphaTauri F1 team, as well as its financial failures, there were some rumours about the sale of the AlphaTauri team ahead of the 2023 season. But in a recent interview, Red Bull principal Christian Horner rejected those false rumours and said that their only plan is to improve the performance of the team by supplying more components from the senior team as much as possible. Horner said, all these rumours have no foundation, and the team has to remain focused for the start of the season to perform better than last year. So it's sometimes amusing to see how things get carried away. As far as I'm aware, there's no changes planned. We have synergies and supply agreements with AlphaTauri where we supply various components. They share our wind tunnel, for example, as well. So there's nothing planned, Red Bull team principal added further. Most probably, AlphaTauri team will be shifted from the Faenza base to Red Bull's aerodynamic facility in Bicester in England, but it is yet to give an official confirmation regarding it. Before all these changes, they need to do something to make a considerable improvement within this season, as all the rival midfield teams are showing notable improvements this season. If they are not able to show a significant improvement within the next few rounds, there is a potential risk of ending this season as last in the constructors' standings. Do you have any suggestions to improve the performance of the AlphaTauri team? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps out, guys, and we'll give you some more exciting Formula 1 news. So see you in the next video, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.